Hello everybody, Cone Dodger here, and welcome back to Dirt Rally. Last time we left off, I was in the Group B Professional Championship, heading into Monaco to do the final rally of that particular championship. If you look here, we are now in the Elite Championship. And that is because I went ahead and recorded that entire event at Monaco, and Shadowplay decided it wanted to record Google Chrome the entire time instead. So sadly, that footage will never be seen. But I can tell you that I finished in third place overall in the event. Had a pretty decent event, no real major drama, but yeah, we kind of just trudged through there because Monaco's pretty tough. So, what do we do now? I think I was ready pretty much to go to Group A, but I think I'm going to hold off on that until the next update comes out, because the next update will include, think, Finland, the Finland update. So a new rally stage or rally event will be open, so let's wait to continue rally until that happens. Rally Cross is interesting, but it takes so long to get up to the point where the AI are competitive that for right now, I don't think I really want to touch that. I need to do a lot of this off camera and push through some of that until we get to the more interesting stuff. Pikes Peak is something I've always wanted to learn. I've tried Pikes Peak a little bit off camera, a little bit on stream. I'm always terrible at it. I've got 539,000 credits. I got plenty of money to buy a car, so let's do that. And let's buy the nicest one we can. Let's buy the 405 T16 Pikes Peak Edition, 607 horsepower, 1,940 pounds, mid-engine straight 4. This thing's a rocket ship. Let's see if we can learn how to manhandle it. So, when you buy the car, you don't get the car that they say you get, basically. You get this version, which is 494 horsepower, 2,161 pounds. And then as you upgrade it, you can see that basically once you get it fully upgraded, you get the stats that they say you get. It's a little bit of a weird system, but now we know. So it seems the way they do this is to break it down into individual sectors to start out. I'm sure as you progress, you start doing the entire Pikes Peak, but I think learning it sector by sector is probably a good way to go anyway. Setup for the vehicle, I really have no idea. Looks like it has a ton of front bias in it now, so I'm going to take some of that out. And from there, I don't really even know. So let's just start a run. You get 10 practices too. But let's just start a run, trying to get us a baseline to see how we do. And no time start. You just kind of get a running start to it. You'll notice there's no co-driver. So no calls or anything like that. You gotta... Oh, understeer. Oh, understeer. You gotta learn the course on your own, which is very interesting. In my practice, I think the biggest thing I struggle with is remembering the entire course for sure, and staying away from spectators. I swear, they put spectators in places they would never stand in real life, like right there. Why would you stand off to the left of the track where you know cars are going to go wide? That's just silly. Here too. Yeah, there's no way people would actually stand there. Inside of here, maybe. But, yeah, inside of this turn, great. Outside of this turn, no. People would, I don't think, do that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem right. Unless people are just that stupid. These cars don't really like to slide around a lot, especially in these pure asphalt trims. Tons of downforce, just tons and tons of downforce. You can see. Oh, no. There we go. There's first crash. Amazingly, there was not people there. But, what was I saying? Oh, you can see it's really, really fast, even though it's not completely upgraded. It's actually not upgraded at all. But still really fast. Takes a long time to shift these cars. Oh, we're actually running out of gear there. These are all actually pretty dated hill climb cars. There's no modern stuff in here. This is generally one of the fastest eras of Pikes Peak hill climb. And he had all the big manufacturers involved. Anymore, it seems like the Japanese manufacturers seem to be the more prominent ones in the Pikes Peak hill climb anyway. Actually, some of the Korean manufacturers too. I think Hyundai, some of, I guess they're all really the same. As we run off track again. Much to learn, much to learn. And this is just one little section of Pikes Peak. And there's still much to learn. Try to use the little e-brake there. Once you're going slow enough, the arrow doesn't do anything. Need a little bit of slip. Alright, well, here's the end of sector number 1. 12 seconds back. Ooh, I like this paint job. Where does that put us? 4th place, even with all the mistakes. So, I would say that's not too bad. I don't think anybody else has done this. Nope. So I believe how it works is you get 2 runs and it's the average of the 2? I'm not sure. We're finding this all out together, basically. Although maybe you already know. Alright, let's actually repair the vehicle. I think you get to just fully repair it. And yeah, off we go. We'll try it again. Let's try and stay on course a little bit more. Now that it's fresh on my mind. Maybe it's just the best of your 2 runs. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I should have given it more gear. I remember that now. Oh well. This car has plenty of power, though. You can really leave it in gears that are kind of too low. Very old school turbo technology here. So it does not make peak boost very often. I don't know if that's realistic or not, to be honest. Seems a little off to me. Why would you have a car that could potentially make 3 or 4 bar of boost, I guess is how you say that, and then basically only ever have it hit it in the top 100 RPM? Doesn't seem very effective. I don't think this version's hitting it because it's detuned, because it's not upgraded. I personally wouldn't mind seeing them get rid of the upgrade process. It's very fake and canned. It could be improved if they wanted to keep it around. Oh, a little wide there. Make it just a little bit more realistic. You know, you don't get huge weight reduction things and 100 horsepower upgrades during your season in actual rally. Maybe they'll research. Oh, we found a different way to do the intake runners and we gained 3 horsepower. That's the kind of upgrades you'll actually see. Or you tested a new suspension arm that gave us, you know, a little bit more camber gain in the turns. Now you might have just a little bit more front grip. Those are realistic upgrades. Then again, not 100% sure their motive is to make a actual simulation, pure simulation game. They do want to keep some just, you know, fun, fictional elements. Man, I struggled with this turn the first time. That's fine with me too. Oh man, one of the things I talked about in the rally that will never be seen, hopefully this one will be seen and it's not recording Chrome again, was that we Dirt Rally, the team, Codemasters, lost their community manager, who got hired by EA. His name in the community was known as Lee. It's definitely a big loss to the game because, as I'll discuss, he did a lot of important things to the early development of the game. Second place. How does this work? Okay, so our first was a... Okay, so it only counts your best. Good. That's a good thing, I think. So you get a couple whacks at it. Oh, looks like the AI occasionally mess up, too. That's nice to see, because, like... who is it? Petite there had a 3-minute and then a 6-minute. Cool. Alright, well, we'll continue on. 16,000 credits, that's kind of what I expected since it's so short. At least you make a little bit of money. Alright, that has a second in the Open Championship. I would hope we can win the Open Championship. That would be nice. Alright, now we're going to do sector number 2. Alright, let's see what the sector number 2 is like. Again, because it's the Open Championship, I'm not doing the practices. I figured 2 runs is probably plenty to learn it. So I was discussing a little bit about Lee. So when this game first launches early access, I was honestly... Oop, why there? I was pretty down on it. I was worried that it was going to stay exactly like it was, and it clearly was not perfect, and it's still not perfect, but it's just so much better than it was originally. And I really do credit a lot of that to the way the team interacts with the community and listens to feedback. They don't just listen to the squeaky wheel, me, Kurt, you know, the normal people that whine and complain about every little thing that makes us suck. But yeah, they just do a fantastic job of listening. Excuse me, as I crash horribly. They do a great job of listening to the general opinion of what needs to change, what needs to be fixed. Wow. Apparently I'm worse at the second. No, I'm not hitting you guys, I'm just going by your toes. What was I saying? Oh, the general consensus of what needs to change, and the decisions that they've made so far on what to work on, changes to make, stuff like that, have been great. Like I said, the game's just so much better than it was originally, and I really do attribute a lot of that to Lee. And not only that, it certainly makes me more interested in a game when I feel like there's clarity between the users, us, and the developers. It's one of the things that has always made automation so fun for me is that, you know, I basically, those guys are some of my best friends now, so it's like, you know, that's like perfect one-to-one feedback versus the game, versus here, it's still better than most, because with Lee's interaction with the community through things like the subreddit, and the forums, and Twitter, and all of that stuff, it always was really obvious what they were working on, what their goals were, stuff like that. He's been gone a week now, and already that has kind of fallen to the wayside. Obviously, the other guys are busy working. You know, that's their job. They actually have to implement this stuff, and although they do a fantastic job with the changes and stuff like that, definitely missing the clarity standpoint of it. I'm not sure if they plan to get a new community manager or not. It kind of seems like probably not at this point. The game's gotten a lot further along. But, yeah, I will miss that aspect of it. And good luck to Lee with his adventures at EA. God, if there's ever a company I've heard is awful to work for, it's EA. So, hopefully, maybe he can transfer some of the good he did with Codemasters over to EA and maybe change their public opinion too, because honestly, before this game, my opinion of Codemasters was not pretty. It's no secret that I've been pretty vocal about... Oh, that's the end. And we had a green sector to finish. Cool. Pretty vocal about how displeased I am with their Formula 1 series development, and their previous titles like Grid and Pro Race Driver and what other ones? Dirt. The early Dirt games. Yeah, it was not very good. So they've certainly turned it around just with this title so far. Alright, let's do repair. Let's not talk about such serious business and actually focus on racing now. Even though we did okay, we could do much better, I think. I think this is gonna be good. If we keep going here through the individual sectors and slowly start to learn the climb and maybe be able to string together some full climb runs. Hill climb is such a cool thing. It's like one of the final forms of like balls to the wall motorsports, I would say. Less rules, less sanctioning body interaction because there's no, car contact, stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that stuff. They let the cars be stupid fast. Just hilariously crazy fast. So it is a very... I did the same thing! Oh, this time I hit it worse. That's no good. That's no good at all. Surprised that didn't take a tire down. Oh, maybe it did. I forgot about that. I'll have a co-driver to tell me, hey, you got a tire down. Guess we just gotta find out on our own, huh? That's scary. That's very scary. I don't want to find out on my own. This section right here. I'm sure it's psychosomatic, but no, I think it might be. I think I may have lost the left rear. Left front. Left something. Because it's pretty squirrely now. Obviously this run's gonna be trash. Yeah, no, yeah, I definitely lost a tire. Yep, I can hear it. Well, do it retire? I guess maybe not. I don't know how it handles that, so I guess I'll limp it home. That's gonna be the hardest part, is learning all of these turns, learning to remember them, and where you need to brake, where you need to slide it in. I guess we get a nice slow look at it now, huh? If I had one suggestion of things to change here on Pikes Peak, and in the game in general, right now, it would be the hay bales. They act like concrete barriers instead of hay bales. It's it's another one of those little things that's kind of an immersion breaker. Much like the windshield wipers, I still haven't gotten fixed. Probably never will now. But hey, if you're watching, guys, and you need a community manager, I'll send you my resume. That's actually something that has become kind of a thing on my radar as far as career paths go. I think would be something that I might actually be interested in. It's being like a game company's community manager or something of that sort. Although I'm not exactly a... Alright, well, we'll get a good feel for it now. Yeah, do you see? Not really, because I was doing 2 miles an hour. Didn't really see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not particularly good with interacting with people in large groups in real life. But I feel like I could do pretty good at representing a community of fans for a game and representing a company as far as, the developers go. Because I understand how it works from their perspective too. Did this just turn into a job interview? Is it a good time to do a job interview when you're limping a car around Pikes Peak with a blown tire? Probably not. Well, that one's clearly not going to be the one to take. All that and still 4th place. Oh, because that's right. It takes your best run. I'm like, no, surely that was not. No, it wasn't. Although it was still good enough for what? 5th? Yeah. Open Championship is great. Make you feel like a hero. Fiddle with your bits, then shakedown before an event. Pretty sure you're gonna lose your E rating with that one, guys. Alright, let's tackle the top of the peak. I think that's what this is. I think it's 3 sectors total. Pretty sure. Fairly sure. It doesn't save my setup every time. I should really save a preset. Off we go. Alright, this is the scariest part of the hill. You lose all the trees. You get a lot of hairpins like this. Sections where you can just go barreling off the cliff, like we've all seen that Evo do 1,000 times on YouTube. Still pretty incredible that that was a survivable crash. Really a testament to modern roll cage building, huh? Speed limit 15. I don't think so. Start to feel the effects of being up this high. They do model that. They have a little thing that comes out of your computer, puts a hand over your mouth so you can't breathe. No, they model it so the engine loses power. And it certainly does. Although it's still really, really fast. Probably could have been a little quicker there, but I'm hesitant as I see this huge hill off to the right that we could go barreling down. No, I think this is great. This is going to be a great format, I think, to learn Pikes Peak. Because on my own, I was trying to learn it, you know, like the whole thing at a time. It's probably not the way to do it. And they do indeed do it this way. You do the run in sections to practice first, and then you get to tackle the whole thing. Like at the end of the whoa, okay, that was close. End of the week, that's when you start running the full thing. Catch our breath after that one. Oh! We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Get back on track before the rocks. Oh, there's the rocks. Ouch. Practice run, everybody. Just a practice run. Don't mind us. We're learning. So hopefully by the time we get up to like the elite status, we'll know this place like the back of our hands. It's just like when I was learning the Nürburgring in Assetto Corsa. It has that same kind of feel to it. You know, it took me months, but I now know, like, I have it ingrained in my head, the entire Nürburgring. A skill that will never help me in real life, especially considering I don't like to fly, so the chances of me actually going there are pretty slim. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be a poor scrub my whole life either, or two, so I don't foresee me ever having that opportunity. But at least I know it if it ever happens. Oh, what a slide. That was beautiful. I don't like that. I don't like that section there. It's very blind. I didn't know what was coming up ahead. I like it when you can see the guardrail. This car shifts very slow. Oh, here's the end. Well, we sort of made it all the way up Pikes Peak. Just not all at one time. Third, okay, we can definitely improve on that. Yes, I would like to revert. Thank you for reminding me. I did not, though. How about we try that again? There we go. Good job, me. Thanks, me. Alright, last run of the day. Let's really focus this time. Although it's almost a little nice not having to focus on the co-driver. Makes the whole commentary thing a little easier. bad. I wonder if this looks any faster, like, in the replays. Because it kind of feels a little... Up till right then, anyway. Okay, well, nicely recovered. Don't think we lost too terribly much time. Yeah, it's weird. It almost feels faster when you come up on those hairpins than like in these fast sections where I'm doing 130 miles an hour. It feels like I'm kind of crawling. Weird perspective because there's nothing around us. That doesn't really ever happen in Dirt Rally. There's usually all sorts of trees and stuff next to you. Nope, no more gears. Let's go down to third here. Washing the front end out. I suppose the air is thinner up here too, causing less downforce? I'm not sure if that would be as noticeable or not. These cars do have a lot of downforce though. Alright, yeah, we're definitely going along at a much faster clip this time. Which means when we fail, we'll fail much harder. Much harder. That's what that means. Is that where we're going off? I think that... Oh! That's how you do it. Just back it in there. I'm sure that does great things for the car. So, need to work on braking points for the hairpins. I just need to learn the whole course. That's what it's all gonna boil down to. And we'll do it together. You'll get to see the progression. Hopefully. Hopefully there's a progression. And a digression. See, backing it in there worked out just fine. I had a green sector. I know what I'm doing. Don't question me. You should question me. I'm terrible. No! Oh, just got away from me at the end. It was gonna look so slick. It's where I'd like a little bit more return to center on the wheel. Maybe I'll adjust that to have a little bit more return to center. Gotta stay on the power more. Need the power. There we go. Well, that'll definitely be enough to get out of open. For sure. Second place. Oh, we ran almost identical times. First and second runs. Just not particularly great runs. Alright, well, that's going to do it for today. Our first look at Pikes Peak. Well, our first look at the championship at Pikes Peak. Oh, very nice. Thank you for including that part in the replay that I chose. Thanks as always for watching. I will see you next time.